Welcome back to Elevation Perspective. My name is Mark. Today we are talking about Major League Baseball qualifying offer decisions. 13 players in total were extended the qualifying offer, and on Tuesday evening we found out that 4 of those players accepted the $22 million deal. Trent Grisham of the Yankees, Gleyber Torres of the Tigers, Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers, and Shota Imanaga of the Cubs. Trent Grisham first. Grisham had a career year in 2025, hitting .235 with 34 home runs and an .812 OPS. While this year did come relatively out of nowhere, he did have a really impressive Baseball Savant page showing great quality of contact with an elite walk rate. He is just 29 years old, so Grisham is trying to bet on himself here to see if he can replicate his 2025 efforts and cash in on a massive payday next winter. I really like this move for the Yankees. I don't expect another 34-homer season, but it seems like he fits in really well on this team, and it's just a one-year deal, which takes away basically all of the risk. I am a little bit surprised that Grisham and his team didn't think he can get a multi-year deal out in the open market, but $22 million is certainly nothing to scoff at. Gleyber Torres is next. I was actually stunned when the Tigers offered Gleyber this qualifying offer. Gleyber hit .256 with 16 home runs and a .745 OPS in 2025. He's also a bad defender at second base and a bad base runner. Gleyber has really good contact skills and a knowledge of the strike zone, but he's not the star we thought he once was with the Yankees. To me, this felt like a no-brainer deal for Gleyber Torres to accept. He probably could have gotten a multi-year deal on the open market, but the AAV would have been nowhere near $22 million. I think this was a mistake for Detroit, especially for a team who most likely is operating under a relatively strict budget based on their previous actions. Brandon Woodruff next. This is a really tough one for me. He's been one of the best starting pitchers in the game over the years when he's healthy and he's on the mound, but health has been the huge issue for Woodruff. In 12 games, Woodruff had a 3.20 with 83 strikeouts in 64 and 2/3 innings and a very impressive 0.91 whip. Even with Woodruff's very chalky medical history, I think a team would have given him a 2 or a 3-year deal, but I can't blame him at all for taking this contract. He has played in just 23 games over the last 3 seasons combined. He clearly loves the Brewers, and I actually do applaud the Brewers, a team who does not typically spend a lot of money to extend this hefty 1-year contract. I wonder if the Brewers were quietly hoping Woodruff would decline this deal, but regardless, I applaud the Brewers for extending the offer, and it's a good move for Woodruff to accept. And finally, Shota Imanaga. This has been a weird saga that has found its conclusion here with Imanaga back in Chicago. After both the Cubs and the player declined options for the two sides to reunite, Imanaga has chosen to accept the qualifying offer to return to the Cubs. I'm a little bit surprised here. Imanaga had a down year with his stuff metrics and K percentage taking a pretty big step back, but even with some pretty big red flags in his profile, I thought for sure with the price of free agent starting pitcher right now in the open market, he could have gotten a 2 or a 3-year deal. I don't really view this as a bet on yourself situation. He's going to be 33 years old next winter. Even if he has a great 2026 campaign, I don't believe teams will be throwing massive contract offers at an aging player with this kind of profile. It's good for the Cubs to get a middle or a back-end competitive starting pitcher into their rotation again. It's not bad for Shota necessarily. Maybe I'm wrong and he can get a 3 or a 4-year deal next winter, but I think he could have done better this winter than the qualifying offer. And that's my take on the 4 players who've accepted the qualifying offer. They are now off the free agent market and returning to their respective teams. If you like this video, please hit subscribe. Hopefully everyone has a great day, and thank you so much for watching.